Well, happy Thursday. It is January 9th, 2025. Welcome to ATI Pro Media. We're powered by Advanced Trading, and we are squaring up for that report we're going to get out tomorrow. Markets are moving ever so slightly. Few headlines, right? Let's look at the drought monitor. It's something to talk about. Continue, right? Out of maybe our scope, but the wildfires in California, I'm sure most of you have seen the videos, the pictures, and my gosh, unbelievable. And to me, unbelievable how fast they came on too. So hopefully we can get that in control. But going down south, are we getting rain in Argentina? Is it going to be a little bit wetter the end of January? The jury's out. If you jump on Twitter, you can get whatever opinion you want to hear. You can hear it there. With that, Brady's going to give us a quick cattle update. He had a really nice premium. And Brady, go ahead and quote us up on the markets. We're a little light on headlines, but sometimes that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes we can just we'll start talking and get it going. All right, go ahead and quote us up real quick.
Yes, sir. All right, March corn, we're down. We're flat right now, 454. Both sides here. Beans, we're down a nickel on March beans, 989 and 3/4. Oils down a tick. Meals down 2.5. On the wheat front, Chicago wheat's down 5.5, 531 on March. Chicago wheat, KC wheat's down 4 cents, 546. Feeder cattle, strong day on the feeder side of things. January up 347. March up 275. Feeder cattle are moving. Fat cattle also moving. February up 230. April up $1.82. Hogs are green as well, so the meats are firm. Feb hogs up 225. Crude oil's up 40 points. Diesel's up 2 cents. Nat gas up 10 cents. And the equities, they're unchanged right now, Connor, because those markets are closed.
Equities are completely closed. And then today we've got the National Day of Mourning, right, for President Jimmy Carter. Commodity markets will see an early close at 12:15. So if you're thinking about putting that offer in from 12:15 to 1:15 or putting that order in, right, markets are closed today. We will be full trading coming back Friday. When is Martin Luther King? Is that next week? MLK Day?
Same day is the 20th, right? It's the same day as the
Okay,
inauguration.
I'm a week off. I
A
was going to
week
say that day.
ahead.
Yeah.
I know you're excited about it all, the inauguration and MLK Day. That's a big day, but you're a week too early, Connor B.
I always if you came to the show trying to get when dates are or what time things are from me, you would leave this show immediately because I'm off every single time. I just blanket apology. If I say the report's Jan 11th, usually it's the 10th. I'm always off.
It might be in January. Yeah, all
So,
good.
yeah.
Hey, another thing that's delayed and off is the weekly export sales data. It's going to come out tomorrow, so that'll be highly anticipated. We'd love to see that information coming in, but we're going to have to wait another day and see what the exports were for last week tomorrow.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, when I look at these markets, I see. I mean, March corn unchanged, up a quarter cent right now. I see a market that's definitely probably squaring away ahead of the potential data dump. Right, what kind of news we're going to get? We're going to save the USDA report for most of that talk for tomorrow's live show, and then also we'll be going live for the report. Right, we love to do that. But I'm going to be interested to see on this soybean market, right? We could get some fireworks, right? If we see a big drop in yield, maybe they don't quite raise Brazil, South America soybean production like we think. I think the focus is going to shift so fast after that report to South America production, to exports and all that. It will be, I bet by 11:30 we're already going to be thinking about what's going to move forward, right? And that's the thing with markets, right? They're called futures markets. Everyone's looking forward, right? As soon as the news is known, we're going to move to the next headline, the next potential market mover. So I'd keep that in mind, right? We'll see. No 25 soybeans hanging on right at a little bit above $10, 10.05. I hope we hold it, Brady.
It's a big month, right? I mean, tomorrow's a big day with the data. We'll see how the trade reacts. We'll have some graphics tomorrow on how the typical market reaction that we've seen in the past and the potential that's there. We'll highlight that. Tomorrow's a big day, but yeah, like you said, quickly moving on to inauguration, the first day of the new administration, the changes that could come there. harvest in South America, rain in Argentina, southern Brazil, that area. I got a map. I quickly loaded it up here, Connor, with my trigger finger, pulled it up. Looking at the root zone soil moisture in kind of southern Brazil, Argentina area, worth paying attention to if we get some rain there or not. So, going to be a big month ahead for just everything in ags, all policy changes, weather, production, and then the numbers. Whether you believe them or not, we're going to trade it.
Yeah. It's in that map. It's interesting when I look at the region of Mato Grosso, which has not been in any terms of drought, right? The drought talk is in southern Brazil, Argentina. That looked a little bit more concerning in northern parts of Brazil. So interesting, right?
Yeah, up there on that north central area. Yep. Good call out there. Yeah. But which is it too wet, too dry? Is it too wet to get the beans out, to get the safrinha corn planted behind the beans? Is it too dry to plant? It's too wet, too dry somewhere all the time, Connor B.
and that hit the nail on the head, because right now the story is that dryness in Argentina, that GFS forecast has got a significantly dry January. Story's changing ever so slightly. I saw a climatologist from the Buenos Aires Grain Exchange said mid-January rain should bring relief to soybeans and corn in the farm region hit by a recent dry spell. So we're seeing predictions come where a little bit more moisture, a little bit more relief, right? And that's kind of, that's not necessarily bullish news. Then, right, we're starting to see soybeans being harvested in Mato Grosso, number one producing soybean state in Brazil. And that's kind of the story. Dr. Cruz mentioned that, is that we're looking at an extended forecast that's significantly wet. And so with them, it's not a matter of just getting the soybeans out, right? We need to get soybeans out so then they can plant that safrinha corn crop, right? Because timely planting is huge. It's paramount in Brazil because they have, they have a scheduled dry, the rains really shut off. So the later they see that safrinha corn crop planted, the more real the risk becomes that we could see that dryness and see a potential drought, right? They want to get that corn crop in as soon as possible. So you're dead on when you said the story is going to be dryness and then it's going to flip-flop. Oh my gosh, it's too wet. So there's always a weather story. You just got to find it.
And the common theme about all that right there, Connor B, it's all going to happen in the future. And I can't predict it. You can't predict it. I don't know anybody that can predict what's going to happen and how that's going to play out going forward. So it's a fool's game to try to predict where this market's going to go. Don't get caught on the wrong side of it.
Yeah, absolutely. So the other thing, I mean, have you seen these videos of the wildfires in California?
That I've caught a few. Yep. That's been, God, just terrible situation. Fire is not, it's a scary thing. Absolutely scary.
Yeah, we should have loaded. I had a few up. I didn't have time to load them up real quick, but yeah, just unbelievable and how fast and how quickly, right? Just seeing like the Hollywood Hills on fire, unbelievable, right? When we talk, I think we had the drought monitor out today, didn't we?
Yeah, we can pull that up here in a second.
Yep. Might as well. We need something to talk about because it's a talk about a filler when we're looking at the drought monitor. But look, right, when you look at California, right on the left, they are seeing significant dryness, especially compared to last year. I didn't realize they had nothing in the drought monitor as of last year, but
big change there out there in California. And then that, eastern Montana, western Dakotas, Wyoming, that area, and creeping into Nebraska too. But what I don't see is a problem in the I states there in corn country right now. But you talk about it all the time, Connor B. A corn crop's not made in January. So looking at the corn belt moisture condition in January is probably not the best predictor of yield. But, at least there's not a problem in corn country right now regarding drought.
Right. Well, yeah, we'll take it. Time will tell, right? Drought monitor at this time. It's one of those. It's something. I don't want to call it filler, but it's almost like let's just look at the story and make sure we're paying attention to it, type of thing.
Yeah, I think that South America map that we popped up earlier, that's probably more pressing right now. How that changes going forward. But yeah.
The other thing with Argentina is 6-7 months ago, the story was this leafhoppers disease in corn.
Okay.
And so absolutely it could become a bigger story. But right now, I think the threat of that coming back, it feels pretty mitigated, right? I really feel like that Argentina soybean crop, corn crop, it's going to come down to can they get the rains and what type of yields are they going to see, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
definitely.
with that, what else you got? Hey, you had a great premium yesterday. Gave us an update on meats.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, so instead of talking about where the market's going to go, bullish or bearish, we dove into the details of how you can manage positions, get control, manage against a moving market, and adjust your positions to protect more equity or protect equity in that LRP or in your position. Just spending more time on that and the education piece versus trying to predict and outguess where this thing's going to go. You've got, high risk. But you also got a lot of opportunity on the table there in the cattle market. And we got to make the most of the opportunity when we have great markets like we do right now. And don't want to be, selling 240 feeders when they go to 260, 280 or beyond. Let's just protect dollars in a philosophy or a strategy that enables you to embrace a bull and not get caught flat-footed when the thing turns against you unexpectedly. That's kind of the bottom line of that message there. On the cattle side of things, feed yards are, asking for a little firmer cash here. $200 asking prices in the South. We'll see if they get it. Cutouts hanging in there. The index is on fire. I'm going to pop that graphic up. Then we're going to talk about our report stuff here. Get that graphic out of here. Look at this index data. I had this in the yesterday's video, but hey, it's a good tease here to throw up there as well. The reported index is 270, January futures are 268.80, up 320 today. That January-March feeder spread kind of going to be interesting, the difference there and how things react. March is kind of the front month now with 30,000 open interest versus January at 80,000. That daily print on this index data is 277, way up there. That's hot, 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 Connor B. This feeder cattle market, it's something else, I tell you what. But golly. I don't know. If you want that premium, if you want, you're interested in premium, subscribers, $1 a day, you're getting a great value for your buck. We appreciate new subscribers and current subscribers. And we'll be back here though. Pull that schedule up now, 3 times tomorrow. So 9 a.m. in the morning. We'll be back at 10:45 for that report drop Friday, January 10th tomorrow. Connor B, Brady Huck going to break it down, the price reaction. And then the A team's going to be on afterwards, 1:30 Central. We got Nate Duraco, Brian Basting, and Mark Talaski. Tricky Rick got the photo updated in there in the swap out. Good stuff, Rick.
Very nice. So yeah, it's going to be a big day tomorrow. I'm excited. So with that, let's go ahead and answer. We got some good questions piling in. We'll answer them and we'll get out of here. So Brady, any idea if we're getting a disaster payment on corn? And if so, is it for year 24 or 23? Brady, good news. I saw this question coming, so I pulled up the article from Farm Docs. So here's what I have in terms of disaster aid, right? 20.78 billion will aid farmers who have suffered natural disasters in 23 and 24, including droughts, wildfires, hurricanes, floods, searches. What is searches? I don't. Excessive heat, tornadoes, winter storms, freeze events, and excessive moisture. The U.S. Department of Ag has not announced the mechanisms by which this aid will be distributed. These funds could be similar to recent disaster assistance programs that have been delivered using crop insurance as the design foundation, such as the WIP and economic relief programs. So we haven't quite seen the mechanisms, but I guess if we can look back on history, it's going to be based, if you saw some type of maybe crop insurance payment, then we can look at getting some type of disaster aid. But they haven't released the mechanism. But Brett, it looks like it's going to be based on 23 and 24.
Very good, Connor B. Thanks for bailing me out on that one. I appreciate it. There we go.
Yeah. I had the article. I had the article still loaded, so I was ready.
Nice.
Look, here we go. California's paying the price yet again for refusing to do controlled burns. Eternal optimism and tree hugging have consequences. So, yeah, very polarizing, right? It depends. No matter what side of the aisle you're on, you have an opinion on why these wildfires are happening. So, I don't know. I hope they just end, I guess.
Absolutely. Yep. Fire's devastating. Not fun to mess with. Very. Yep.
So, well, good stuff. We, premium, I get not even for premium, just in general. Let's make sure, are we squared away, right? when we're looking at next year's crop, know that you're 100% long. You own 100% of the crop minus whatever you have sold. And so you need to start talking about protections, talk about making sure we're just getting control, right? That's going to be the message to my customers, I think, to premium today. And then tomorrow we'll see what it brings, right? We're going to hope we're going to be a cheerleader for a friendly USDA report, but then we're going to be prepared for in case we see a negative one. So any closing thoughts, Brady?
Nope, good stuff. We got a big day tomorrow. Make sure you're tuning in and watching that premium. I'm excited to see you and Reginelli's premium here this afternoon. Going to be good stuff as well. So let's get back to our day jobs, and we'll be back here tomorrow live at 9.
Sounds good. See you, everyone.